All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. All right. Let's welcome you to this sharing session on essay writing. Yeah. So before we move on, let's recite our morning dua, yeah? Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah. All right. This week is our final week of the semester. Yeah. I do not know how many of you are from the upper levels and how many from the lower levels. I believe that all of you are very excited to sit for the exam, and also you have you are also nervous. Probably some of you, this could be your first attempt of doing the physical exam, yeah? For the how many years of doing online exam, this could be the first time you are going to sit for a physical exam. So you really have to prepare yourself physically and mentally, yeah? All right. So I am going to share my screen here on the title for today, which is share my screen. All right. Yeah. This is actually a sharing session, yeah, for all the pre-sessional students, yeah, across levels, yeah, organized by CELPAD Independent Language Learning Center, yeah, the mini library near the masjid, yeah, where some of you may have entered and do your work there, yeah. All right. Okay. Now, the title for today's session is Writing an Effective Opinion-Based Essay. Yeah, I'm the speaker for today. My name is Madam Noor Amili. You can call me Madam Amili. How many of you are from the upper levels? Yeah, 5, 6, remedial, or LE0620? I'm not sure. But if I am going fast, yeah, you don't understand me, you can stop me. Yeah. In the middle of my presentation, or you can just say, Madam, excuse me, can you explain? Or you can wait until later when I'm done with my presentation, then you can ask me question. Yeah, you can jot down your questions, then you will wait until I finish, then I will try to entertain to your questions. Okay, this will be my presentation outline. Yeah, I will be talking to you a little bit about part of essay. I guess the essay part is actually known by others, yeah, known by all. Yeah, you have been taught how to write essay, how to begin with an essay, how to end or conclude an essay. Yeah, but I will just try to recap and mention to you the importance of writing a good essay. Yeah, how effective it is to write a good essay, and a little bit brief outline on the opinion-based essay. Yeah, and I will also touch on the what do you call it? Introduction of the essay, the body paragraphs, and we'll also emphasize on qualities of effective essay. And the most important thing is to look at the common errors, what you have done, what my class students have done, and I would like to highlight this so that you will not repeat the mistakes, yeah, in your own writing. And then you will look at how an essay conclusion is written. Yeah. Okay, let's look at what is in the essay, parts of essay. This is very common. Yeah. You have the introduction, yeah, followed by body paragraphs, and then followed by the conclusion. These three elements must be there, visible in any essay. Yeah, any essay that you're writing, whether it's a long essay or it's a short essay. But you know that for those of you who are taking the English placement test or your final assessment, you need only to write in total of about 4 paragraphs. Yeah, introduction 1 paragraph, 2 body paragraphs when you have to develop your main ideas, and then you will conclude with just 1 paragraph. Yeah. So what is in the introduction? Yeah, it's a general statement, something that you talk about it broadly, wide. Yeah, wide statement. And then you have the thesis statement. Yeah, I'm sure you know what a thesis statement is because I'm going to share with you problems with writing thesis statement. And then when you move on to writing your body paragraph, this is where you develop the main idea. Yeah, you must begin with a topic sentence, just 1 sentence. The topic sentence function is to introduce the main idea of each of the paragraph. And then it will be supported by examples, which we call it supporting details. And you must try to write a concluding sentence, even though it's optional. But for you, you are not an expert writer yet. You are sitting for an exam of writing where you need to actually show your talent in that understanding the writing. So write a concluding sentence. A concluding sentence is just 1 sentence where you are reflecting what is in the topic sentence. And then you will conclude with a conclusion where you restate your thesis statement, yeah, and you have a few sentences of recommendation or comments. So what is this burger doing here? Yeah, your part of essay looks like a burger, yeah, where it has these 2 slices of bread on top and at the bottom, and you have the patty here, yeah, with the salad, yeah, or the lettuce here. And if, let's say, you remove the 2 parts of this 2 slices of bread, what will happen? What will happen? Can someone answer? If you remove these 2 parts of the bread.
Introduction and conclusion, madam?
Yes, the bread on top is like the introduction. The bottom part is like the conclusion, and the body paragraph are those in between the 2 slices. What happens if you remove this?
It will not be a perfect burger.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will fall apart, isn't it? It will fall apart when you eat your burger without the 2 slices of bread on top and at the bottom. Everything will fall apart. Everything will be out of the area or wherever you are. So that is how we would associate your essay with the part of the burger. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now let us look briefly at this diagram of an essay, which I believe that most of you know what it is already. Yeah, I mentioned that in that summarized version of the part of essay. This one is a longer version. Yeah, this is a diagram that is always used in any writing books on how an essay diagram should look like. Yeah, it's always brought at the bottom. On top, sorry, for the introduction part. Why it's brought here? Because you are writing something very bright, very broad and very wide, yeah, on top. And then you move on to thesis statement, which is narrowing, yeah, your idea here, yeah. And then you move on to the body paragraphs, and then you see the one right at the bottom here, the triangle is pointing upwards, where it is actually reflecting the conclusion or the concluding paragraph, which is narrow on top, but broader at the bottom part here. Okay, all right. Now let's move on to the, what is the essay mode? Yeah, for the purpose of your final assessment, as well as for those who are eligible to sit for the English placement test, you are to write an opinion-based essay type. Yeah, it's a formal piece of writing which presents the author's point of view on a particular subject, supported by reasoning and examples. Okay, all right. Now, what is opinion-based? Yeah, basically it's just giving opinion. Yeah, you take a stand and then you try to convince or persuade other people to be at your side. Yeah. Okay. Now, in an opinion paper, you do not have to focus on the advantages or agreement and disadvantages or disagreement in comparison. Yeah. Instead, you focus only on your opinion about the issue. Yeah, there is no need for you to debate on both sides. You are only to have a stand of just one side of the opinion. All right. If they ask you about advantages, so you only talk about the advantages. There is no need for you to talk about the disadvantages, and then you will have to agree on both sides. Yeah. Okay. Now, how do you actually begin your essay? Yeah. The first part of the essay of an opinion essay would be the introduction. Yeah, any essay, whether it's cause and effect, comparison and contrast, or it's a process essay, you must begin with an introduction. Yeah. Now, for the opinion-based essay, you still have to have an introduction. Yeah. You will also have to have a sentence that try to capture the reader's attention. Yeah. So the format could be attention getter sentence, yeah, and then followed by the thesis statement. Okay, now let's look at how you can begin your introduction in an opinion-based essay. Now, I choose this topic because I think this is very straightforward and quite a number of you know the points. Yeah, people who are in the city center should be encouraged to use public transportation. Okay, so what's the strategy of writing the introduction? You may begin by providing some interesting background, yeah, about the topic in the form of a general statement. So it has to be very broad. Now, before you start writing your thesis statement, you must understand the title first. Okay. Now, in the title here, you have people who are in the city center should be encouraged to use public transportation. There are two concepts here. Yeah, the city center and public transportation. Now, these are the concepts or ideas that need to be used when you are to provide the interesting background. Yeah, this comes in the general statement. You do not talk about things which are not related to the topic because you're wasting your time. So you must understand the topic. You must understand the concept which are used here. Yeah, people who are in the city center using public transportation. Okay, you may use a quotation, yeah, if you found any relevant one. If you are smart enough or you know that this quotation is related to this topic, then you can use them, yeah. You can ask questions about your topic, yeah, or state a surprising fact or a puzzling statement, or you can start with a short story. But if you don't have time, you just write about 3 or 4 sentences of a general statement, but you make sure that as you are focusing into the thesis statement, this is where you try to focus on what, yeah, or what you want to agree to, or what your stand is, yeah. All right, so I'm showing you the example of the strategy that is used. Yeah, for example, public transportation is a form of travel offered locally that enables more people to travel together along designated routes of certain fixed time. Yeah, so you have understood that this is public transportation. You tell the reader this is what you want to talk about. Yeah, and you have this quotation. Yeah, you cannot understand a city without using its public transportation system. If you cannot remember who said this, just put a double quotation there, so it shows that it's a quotation. Yeah. Do you have any experience traveling using the public transportation in your country? Yeah, it's still very general. I have an experience, and then you might want to share your experience, and it could be an exciting experience. Then you are going to focus on the thesis statement later. And then you said something factual. In a study conducted by the transportation department, 50% travelers love to use public transportation for traveling in the city. Now, when you are actually going into to focus into what your stand is, you are actually reflecting that you are agreeing to the idea that people should be encouraged to use public transportation. Yeah. Okay. Right now, I'm showing you how that sentences that was formed just now can be placed into a clear introduction. Yeah. So we begin with the quotation. Yeah. The quotation that I've used just now, and then you put the sentence that was placed earlier into the second sentence. It's still general. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then you say, I have amazing experiences using public transports in my own country. And then you see what is the thesis statement. Okay, so the thesis statement is usually written at the end of your introduction. Okay, just want to show you what the thesis statement just now. Then I'll go back to the reason why you're writing the thesis statement. Okay, this is the example of a thesis statement that should be the last sentence in the introduction that I have used just now. Yeah, it is believed that people who are in the city center should be encouraged to use public transportation because it saves money and time. Okay, let's go back to the reason why you should be writing the thesis statement. Okay, we are done with this. Okay, now we move on to looking at what a thesis statement is. Yeah, a thesis statement is a one sentence, only one sentence. Yeah, I noticed that some students, they like to have two sentences. I do not know for what reason, because they say they just cannot find a good way of writing a one sentence thesis statement. So they try to complement with another sentence, which is actually wrong. Yeah, it's just one sentence. Yeah, that states clearly your topic and your stance on the topic. Okay, where do you place the thesis statement? Yeah, the thesis statement is usually written at the end of your introduction. It's the last sentence. Okay, why do I need a thesis statement? Okay, you need a thesis statement because it will control, guide, and steer your writing. Yeah, it's like a steering wheel. Yeah, the thesis will give you an accurate or an impact to what you want to write. Yeah, it introduces the specific topic to the reader, informing your stand or your opinion. Yeah, pointing to the parts or supports in the rest of your paper. And also a thesis statement will also present the order of your opinion. So be very careful when you decide on your point. If you feel that the first main idea is going to be presented in the first body paragraph, and then you have to make sure that when you construct your thesis statement, that will be the first part of the phrases or the word that you have to place, so that you know that there is the way that you are presenting the order of your ideas. Okay. Okay, I have showed you just now the example of that thesis statement, which is used with the introduction that I have already displayed earlier. So the title, people who are in the city center should be encouraged to use public transportation. Then you have the thesis statement written with the expression of your stand. It is believed that people who are in the city center should be encouraged to use public transportation because it saves money and time. So you state the topic. Yeah, the topic is the title, and you give your reason. Your teacher will say, give reasons, give reasons. Give two reasons, because this will show your ability to construct a clear thesis statement, an effective thesis statement. So you will get a higher band. Yeah, you can do that. Now, what should a thesis statement be like? Yeah, a well-structured thesis statement be like? It takes a stand, it states the topic, and present a parallel and concise justifications of main idea. Yeah, this is another example of a thesis statement. Yeah. I will discuss this also, parallel and conciseness. Yeah, if there is any question that you want to ask later, yeah, you can ask me. Okay, now, when you are stating your opinion, yeah, when you are giving your stand, yeah, it can come in two forms, yeah. It's either the active form or the passive form, yeah, because I noticed that a lot of students are not able to write the active form correctly, neither can you write the passive form, yeah. So make sure you understand, if you are using the active form, it's not wrong. Even if you use the passive form, you have to make sure you use the correct forms, yeah. Okay, so if you are using the active form for you to express your stand, you can say, in my opinion, in my view, these are all the choices that you have, yeah. I believe that, from my point of view, it seems to me that, I think, I agree that, and many more. You begin with I, you begin with we, if you want, yeah, if you are doing an essay as a group work, yeah. If you use the passive form, yeah, you have to make sure that it is the correct form of the verb that you are writing, yeah. You can say that it is agreed, not it is agree, yeah. It is agreed that, it is believed, it is contended, it can be claimed, yeah. This is in the passive form, yeah. I'm sure your teachers have taught you this. So if you cannot remember, you just pick one and you use in my opinion, yeah, in all your essays, because you say, I cannot remember this one because if I use passive form, I will do mistake. So just say in my opinion, that will be safe, yeah. Okay. Now, another error that is that students always find it confusing, yeah, with the use of because and because of. This one is so popular errors. You really want to use because, you want to use because of, because teachers say must give reason. So with the reasons, you will use because or because of. But be very careful how the correct usage of the because, yeah, and the because of. Now, because is a conjunction. Because is followed by a clause, yeah. Because of is a preposition. Because of is followed by a noun or a pronoun. Okay, that one you have to remember. Okay, let's take a look at these sentences and remember what I said earlier, the because and the because of, how you use it. Let's try this out, yeah? Okay, so whoever feels like talking, you tell me what your answer is, yeah? Number one, we cancel the trip because of because of. Which one?
Because of.
Because of.
Because
Why?
of.
Why?
Because of.
Why? Why is it
Proposition.
because? Because what
Because they have the clause after, because they have the nouns.
okay,
They
maybe
follow
you,
the nouns.
yes, because of is a preposition and it is followed by a noun or a pronoun. So you use because of. Okay, all right. So we cancel the trip because of the rain. Rain is a noun. This is the determiner, yeah, to determine the noun, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, the second one, he sat down.
Because.
Because.
Why because? What comes after the because?
Clause.
Pronoun.
It's a pronoun, yeah. It's a pronoun, isn't it? It's a pronoun, yeah. Because he was feeling dizzy. There's no noun here, yeah. This is a pronoun, yeah. Okay, the next one. Number three.
Because.
Because
Is a.
because it was, this is,
It was.
it is a pronoun, yeah. It's a pronoun, yeah. Okay, number four.
Because of.
Because of.
Because of the traffic, yeah. Okay, because of the traffic, because this is the noun, yeah. This one.
Because.
Because
of.
because of. Okay, all right. So now it's clear to you now when you want to use because of, and because. So you can go to this link, yeah, if you want to study more about grammar and the use of because and because of, or any other English grammar options that you feel that you want to learn more, then you can just click on this link. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, let's look at samples of other well-structured thesis statement. Yeah, you see that in this sentence or in this thesis statement, you use the because. Yeah, because it helps students. Yeah, because of earning extra income and gaining work experiences. What's earning and gaining here in this sentence?
Noun.
It's a noun. A verb that is followed by ing, it's a noun, or we call it gerund, gerund, yeah, G-E-R-U-N-D, yeah. And then you have the second one, the last one. It cannot be denied that technology assists people in their daily work because it saves time and energy. Okay, so if you are planning to use because and because of, you make sure you know what is the right grammatical forms of the usage of because and because of. Then what comes after that? Yeah, whatever comes after that will help you to actually become a better person in grammar. Yeah, because this is language, so you have to make sure that you know all the grammar formula. You remember how to use because and because of, yeah, and so on, if you have in mind to use them. Now, another important criteria for a well-structured thesis statement is parallelism. Yeah, okay. Now, what is parallelism? Yeah, parallelism are words, phrases, or clauses within a sentence that match in grammatical forms. When we are talking about parallelism in thesis statement, we're talking about the language forms, yeah, talking about grammar, yeah. It expresses ideas of equal weight, emphasize important information or ideas, and it adds rhythm and grace to your writing style, yeah. You notice just now all the thesis statement that I have given as examples have the parallelism, yeah. Maybe I can go back to that later if you need to see that. Okay. Now, what is parallelism? Yeah, in terms of the grammar structure, it has to be parallel in the word form or parallel in phrases. Yeah, you may not be writing long sentences or clauses. You just focus on the word and also the phrases. So what would be the parallel word form? Yeah, this is an example of word form. Yeah, learning a new language helps us to improve in speaking, one word, reading, one word, and writing, one word. Now, where is the parallelism here? Can
The
somebody,
comma.
the words, where are the words that is parallel in its form?
Reading, ing, writing, and
yes, good. Speaking, yeah, speaking, the ing form, reading, and writing. That you can see already, there's a parallel form, yeah? The use of the ing, yeah? Okay, that is word form. If you are looking at the phrases, yeah, more than just one word, yeah, we call them phrases. Exercise helps people maintain healthy bodies and handle mental pressure. Okay, how do you see this forms of phrases become parallel in this form? This is what can be shown here, yeah. When you have decided on this words, yeah, phrases, yeah, maintain is the verb, healthy is an adjective, maintain healthy bodies is a noun, and whatever the words or phrases you use has to come in the same form. It follows, yeah, so it becomes parallel. So handle mental pressure is the same form as what is maintain healthy bodies, verb, adjective, and noun. It's not easy, but if you practice Your teachers help you. Your teachers say this is wrong, this is not parallel in its form. So you now understand how you want to use the technique of parallelism. Okay. Now, other than parallelism, your thesis statement needs to be concise as well. Yeah. So how do you achieve conciseness? Yeah. Sentences are direct to the point. Sentences are only filled with necessary words or phrases. And sentences do not waste readers' time and imply writers' lack of focus. You have to go straight to the point, what you want to say. If you want to say this is the point, you just state the words, or if you can play with the language, you can use the phrases, yeah? That's what I have mentioned just now, yeah? Okay, now let's compare some sentences which are wordy, which are too long. But if you look at the sentence which is concise, you quickly can understand, yeah? Okay, maybe you can read it slowly, yeah? You see those words which are not needed, yeah? Okay, the concise version is just this. In my opinion, advanced English classes are useful as students gain feedbacks and other skills from teachers. So you see, if you like to write, you know, as a matter of fact, yeah, you add more words to the sentences, but what you mean is just this. So be concise, yeah? Be straight to the point. So in your thesis statement, you also have to do that, yeah? Okay, now I'm done with introduction. I'm done with thesis statement. You have any question? Because I'm going into body paragraphs.
Madam.
Yes, who is that talking?
Sharam, madam.
Sharam?
Yes, madam.
From which level?
Level 5, madam.
Okay, level 5. Yeah, Sharam.
Madam, just want to ask for the title, right? Do we need to paraphrase the title?
Paraphrase the title in which part? In thesis
In the
statement?
introductions. Yes.
Oh, in the introduction. You want to
Yes.
paraphrase the title.
Yeah.
Where do you want to paraphrase the title? In your thesis statement?
Yes.
Yes, you can. If you can do paraphrasing technique, no problem. As long as you know what your opinion is, and if you don't change the idea, it might distort the meaning if you paraphrase the whole thing. You can just take from the title and then add to the opinion and the reasons. That is actually good enough. Yeah. But if you can play with complex sentence, with compound sentence, then you are showing your talent, yeah? Showing that you are actually good at language. Okay?
Thank you, madam.
All right. Okay, Sharon. Anyone else? Maybe you can keep your question to the last, yeah? I will try to answer to all, yeah? Okay. Now, the body paragraphs, yeah? Okay, I'm sure that you have been taught how to write essay with paragraphs, yeah? Having paragraphs show that you have put related ideas together, yeah? A reminder, students who don't have paragraph, what will happen? Fail, yeah? When we read your essays, when examiner read your essays, and you just have one paragraph and you tell your examiners, I have put the paragraph in between there. You should see what I have written. But examiner will not call you and ask you where's your paragraph, isn't it? So make sure that you have paragraphs in your essay. Okay, now this is the writing part. Yeah? After planning and arranging your main idea and major details, begin writing your body paragraph. The number of paragraph depends on the topic's complexity, inclusiveness, and your purpose for writing. So for the purpose of the exam, if you are to write about 250 words, I think you roughly would have 4 paragraphs, like I mentioned, yeah. Even in your English placement test for your EPT final, you will also have to write 2 main ideas, and that will be a total of 4 paragraphs, yeah. A short essay contains 3 to 5 body paragraphs, plus an introduction and a conclusion. Remember to use signal words to make smooth transition between sentences and paragraphs. Okay. Now what do you have in the body paragraph? Yeah? in my earlier slides, I mentioned about the whole diagram of essay. So now I'm going into body paragraphs. I'm going into what are the elements in the body paragraph. So you have, first of all, topic sentence, supporting detail, example of SD. So I will use SD, and you know I'm referring to supporting details. Example for SD, and then you have your concluding sentence. All right. Now, what is a topic sentence? Yeah, a topic sentence has several important functions. It introduces the idea of the paragraph. You need to introduce your paragraph properly. Yeah, first main idea is stated in a topic sentence. In a sentence only, yeah, it substantiates or supports an essay, thesis statement. It unifies the content of a paragraph and directs the order of the sentences. And also it advises the reader of the subject to be discussed and how the paragraph will discuss it. So when you have introduced it properly, the flow will be nice for the reader to read, yeah? And then you conclude, yeah? Okay. Now, what are supporting details, yeah? Or SD? Okay, supporting details can be a kind of facts that help to develop or support the main idea you are trying to convey. So when you have reasons, you need support. The support can be in terms of your own experiences, examples that you give from whatever readings that you have, some factual information, yeah? How can you prove that your claim or idea is true or important? How would you persuade people to know what you are saying? So it's by using the support from the evidence of your supporting details. Yeah, it can be in form of description, examples, reasons, and also results. Or if you remember some percentage or statistics of something, then you can have it, yeah, written as factual information, yeah, of the evidence. Yeah. Okay. Now, after you have completed your elaboration on the first main idea or second main idea, you need to conclude the whole body paragraph. Yeah? A concluding sentence indicates that you are bringing closure to a paragraph. Yeah? So what are the characteristics of a concluding sentence? Reviewing main points mentioned in a paragraph, restating the topic sentence. It is found at the end of a paragraph. Do not introduce new ideas or topic. So when you conclude, you are just restating the topic sentence. Like what Sister Sharam asked me just now, can we paraphrase? Yeah, you can paraphrase. If let's say you can find a synonym word for certain idea in that topic sentence, you want to restate the topic sentence, so it is reflecting the topic sentence, go ahead, you do it, yeah? You don't have to copy paste, yeah? Okay, don't introduce new ideas, don't come with your own comments and saying this is why it is good, why it's not good, yeah? You just have to actually conclude nicely to make sure that you wrap that properly, yeah? You wrap up that particular paragraph. Okay, right, now, I'm looking at qualities of effective essays now after you have already done your thesis statement, the body paragraph. Now we go into the quality of effective essays. Yeah. Some of the good qualities of effective essay: interesting and thoughtful. It's a product of careful thinking and planning. Now, how do you think and plan during the exam? Any idea?
Doing mind map, I guess,
The
madam.
draft first.
Okay, one at a time. Who wants to speak first? You are going to, if let's say in an exam, what do you do?
Madam, we
Yes.
can make a draft first.
Yes, you draft out. Any other way of careful thinking and planning?
For me, I use mind map, madam.
Mind map, yeah, good idea. Remember, you cannot bring your phone in, you cannot bring any other gadgets in. Don't get panic. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? I want to look for ideas. No, this is exam, yeah? That will be cheating, yeah, if you do that, yeah? Okay. So you have to be very careful, understand the question. Should I agree or disagree, or should I look into something which is of my own understanding? Write it down, write the points down, yeah. Plan or draft out or make a mind map. If you see that your opinions would have one side which is disagreeing, those 2 points are very strong, then really you start writing your thesis statement. Yeah, I disagree with the idea that people in the city should take public transportation because something. Yeah, okay. So you make sure that you focus, yeah, expresses clear points in the thesis statement, expresses clear main idea in your topic sentences. Yeah, the main point should clearly and directly connect to the thesis statement. You make sure that whatever point you have written in the thesis statement must also be developed in your body paragraphs. Yeah, it cannot be something else. Yeah, it has to be related. Yeah, okay. Now, it should also be developed. Yeah, to be well developed, the author offers significant amount of support. So how do you get the support? Yeah, the support is through your practices in class, a lot of reading done, a lot of discussion done during speaking. So that is how you get ideas. Some speaking topics may be for writing topic also. Yeah, when you discuss in class, a lot of topics on several themes, and it can be also tested in your writing. Yeah, so the amount of support depends on your own experience and how much you read. Yeah, if you don't read much, then of course you don't have enough ideas to write. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what else is in the effective essay writing. Yeah, it should be an organized, yeah, essay, yeah, with logical pattern, with the least important point or most important point. If you want to make sure that the flow is good, yeah, or smooth, use transition words or transition signals. Yeah, it's clearly written. The writer needs to read his work aloud and carefully proofread to avoid typing, spelling, and grammar problems. Yeah, sometimes when you are too relaxed in the online exam, you know that there's a spell check, there's a grammar check there. So your typo will not be there. Yeah. So now you know how real exam will take place. Yeah. And so make sure that you know how to spell correctly. Yeah. And grammar problems cannot be helped. Yeah. You really have to know. And if you don't know, you don't know. Yeah. Okay. Now, the use of transition word in the topic sentence that helps the reader to see how your paragraph connects one another from the introduction paragraph to the body paragraphs, in between sentences, yeah, from one sentence to another sentence in the essay, yeah, or the paragraph. Now, we are looking at the next point here. This is the writing of the transition or signal words. Yeah, okay. Why they matter? It's important. Yeah, the use of transitional phrases is an integral ingredient in your essay. Now, using transitional phrases improve the coherence, the flow, yeah, of your paragraph and makes the argument stand out. In addition, they draw attention to the writer's movement back and forth from one subject to another, emphasizing either support or opposition. Hence, transition help the reader to grasp your logic and follow your essay easily. Now, if you have enough transition, yeah, not every sentence will have transition signal, but at least you know some. And if you are aware of how important a traffic light is, so writing signal words is important. Yeah. Okay. To show emphasis. Now, this is these are examples of signal words. To show emphasis, you may use this. Yeah. There are many other words that you can Google if you want. Yeah. And then if you want to show illustration, yeah. You say, for
excuse
example,
me, madam.
Yeah.
Can we go back through the before
Previous slide.
Yeah.
I'm going too fast, is it? These are some of the you want to show emphasis. You want to emphasize this is important, yeah. And then you say it is important to note that most of all, yeah, key factor, the main reason, vital reason. Okay. Okay, I move on, yeah. All right. Now, for you to show illustration, and you say, for example, so you give example of whatever that examples that comes into your mind, and you put examples because you have explained, and then you give an example. You say, for example, to illustrate specifically, for instance, okay, the instance spelling is INSTANCE. Yeah, I see students writing instant INSTANT. What instant is that? If you spell INSTANT,
Instant noodle, madam.
instant noodle, Maggie, yeah, mommy, that one is your instant. This instance is to show example, all right? You can have a variety of illustration used in your body paragraphs to show that you learn so much about the different signal words, yeah? Such as, yeah, for example, to illustrate specifically, for instance, they come in at the beginning of a sentence, such as is in between two sentences, yeah? Okay, right. Other than that, you have like cause and effect, yeah, because, therefore, so, cause. These are to show cause. Then you have the effect, yeah, as a result, yeah, because of something, as a result of something. So there's a link from one sentence to another. So you have those transition words, yeah, from one sentence to another. Right. To show addition or of information, yeah. Also another, this one should be finally should be the last, probably, yeah. First, maybe you want to say the first point is, the second point is, firstly, secondly, yeah. All right. Furthermore, last of all, likewise, moreover, this is very common, yeah. Next. Okay. To show similar, likewise, it's also used to show similarity, yeah. And you want to say the contrasting ideas, yeah. Contrasting ideas would be but, however, in contrast, yet, differ. On the other hand, yeah. Not in the other hand, yeah. On the other hand, in the other hand, you're pointing out either your right hand or your left hand. This is to show contrast, yeah. Otherwise, nevertheless, yeah. Okay, and then you can go to this link also to look for more ideas on signal words. Yeah, I took it from here. I just copy a few, yeah, namely those common words that you use, yeah. Just want to remind you of the use of but and however, yeah. However is used at the beginning of a sentence, yeah. When you have a sentence that comes before another sentence, you want to contrast it, then you have to have a period or a full stop for that sentence, and then you continue with however. And if you want to have the two sentences together, it should be conjunction used with but. So but will be used in the middle of two sentences, yeah? All right. Sorry. Okay. How many more slides? Okay, these are the common errors here that should be avoided, which I have identified in some of my students' work, yeah, which now I think by week 14, most of you have, you know where your weaknesses are. Just need to highlight to you that you don't repeat, yeah, mistakes like this. Fragments, yeah, fragments are incomplete sentences, yeah. There are missing a verb or a subject or both, yeah, these are sentence fragments. Okay, example of sentence fragments, yeah. First, the lack of exercise. When you read the sentence, you know already the lack of exercise. What? How? First, the lack of exercise. Then, what is it next? Yeah? This is one example of fragment. Yeah. Also, the different kinds of entertainment such as video and television. What is it? Yeah. Or for example, fast food, sweet things, and oily food. Isn't it? There is something missing there. Yeah. That need to be rectified or need to be corrected. So how can you fix them? You add a subject or verb or try adding phrases to the sentences. For the first sentence just now, first, the lack of exercise has led to a big increase in the number of overweight people. Different kinds of media such as videos and television can provide good family entertainment. So this become complete sentences, yeah? For example, fast food, sweet things, and oily food may all lead to obesity. You see, because just now you said, for example, fast food, sweet thing, and oily food. That's all. Yeah. So this is how you have to fix your fragment. Yeah. Okay. Now there are other common errors. Yeah. Even this is spelled wrong. Yeah. Run-ons. Yeah. Run-ons are sentences that should be separated, but are joined anyway. How? Okay. Example. In the past, people did not have cars. They used to walk. Heart disease is a big problem. It kills thousands of people. Okay, so how do you fix them? Make them into two sentences and keep your sentences short. Yeah? In the past, people did not have cars. They used to walk. So they become shorter, but it is a correct sentence. No longer runs on. Yeah? Heart disease is a big problem. It kills thousands of people, right? Okay, now I'm going into the last part of the essay is the writing of the conclusion. Yeah, you restate your thesis statement, you summarize the main idea, give your suggestion or comments, look at the future. You can also look at the future if you do not have any good recommendation. Just say what will happen if the situation continues or changes. That can be done. Yeah. So when you are writing your conclusion to the essay, restate your thesis statement in different words, just like what your friend mentioned just now. Can you paraphrase? Yeah, you can paraphrase. Leave the reader thinking about your topic. Leave an impression on them. No new information in conclusion, no need new information. You are just commenting, which means that you're giving your own ideas. Be sure to recap your ideas, should follow logically from the body of the essay. So if you have got that two ideas already in the body paragraph, do not repeat. Yeah, it could be a summary of or the recapping of your ideas. So it could be something else that you are suggesting. Yeah. So these are the references that I took my ideas. I would like just to share sample essays. Yeah. Give me a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the sample here? Am I sharing my sample?
We see example of a thesis statement, madam.
Okay, I stop sharing. Okay, try. Okay. Can you see the sample now?
Yes.
Of an essay. All right. Okay, I will make a quick explanation about this, starting from the introduction, introductory paragraph here. What is highlighted in green is the thesis statement. The topic could be traveling for the young ones is beneficial. And so the thesis statement is, I agree that traveling has many advantages for the young ones as they can build personal connections and they have strong bodies. So these are the 2 points which will be developed later. And you see that the one highlighted in yellow are the vocabs used which are not so commonly used, sophisticated words, acceptance, adaptability, paramount, and you see that it begins with a very general statement about traveling. Many people, young or old, like to travel. Travel seems to not only benefit young travelers' confidence and self-sufficiency, but also their cultural awareness, acceptance, and adaptability. And this would be the point that is going to be developed would be personal connection, and they have strong body. Okay, so what I highlighted in the course here, these are the transition. Transition that comes in paragraph form, where you are going to mention this is your first, this is your second. You see the consistency in using the transition signal. If you use here, you say you start off with I agree, because you personalize that it's your agreement. I agree that traveling has many advantages. Then you can use the first person singular also, my first agreement is, and you also use consistently use a argument here by saying my second argument is. So you see there's a consistency in the choices of transition here from body paragraph 1 to body paragraph 2, right? And then you introduce with a topic sentence, young people will benefit from traveling as they can create better connections, personal connection here. Okay, and then explanation with figures given here, and this is as a result is to show effect of something, what happen if you have better connection when you travel, and the final sentence is the concluding sentence, in short, this is trying to show that you are concluding this body paragraph 1 already, What is the point of the first agreement here? Create better connection. Is there better connection here? Many young travelers benefit from traveling as it contributes to better relationship. Instead of using connection, you use relationship, which is another word synonym, like what your friend mentioned just now, paraphrasing, okay. If you're good in language, you can have all kinds of vocab that is suitable or relevant to what you want to mention here. And then you look at the second argument is have strong body. Young people cannot deny the fact that with younger age, their level of energy is superb, strong. And then give example. For example, what can you do at the age of early 20s? All right. Most of us are usually adventurous and curious to try out new things, such as, okay, look at the word such as used here. This one is used as transition also. It is like, for example, but it is used in the middle of a sentence. To dive into the unknown and to find a path rather than getting lost. Indeed, this is also another transition to emphasize on what you have mentioned earlier. And then you have moreover, and you conclude, so being young and strong makes you a better traveler. Young and strong. True. If you're young, you are strong, go and travel anywhere. You can do all kinds of adventurous activities, without worrying about about your energy because you are strong. Yeah. Okay. So that's for body paragraph, and then you conclude. You say in conclusion. You can use as a conclusion, as a summary, in a nutshell. Now that nutshell is very what you call that, informal. Yeah. You sometimes speak, you can say in a nutshell, but make sure that you use that nutshell, because I have one student who have forgotten. I want to use shell, but I cannot remember what shell. So it was written in a coconut shell. So please, yeah, it's only in a nutshell. Yeah, this is slang actually. Yeah, so don't, if you don't know how to use it, don't use it. Just say in conclusion, traveling at young age has advantages for the young ones. So you recap your thesis statement, as they can build personal connection and they have strong body. And then you have all these recommendations, yeah, about traveling. Yeah, traveling at younger age will also endow you with opportunities to gain other skills like photography, blogging, learning a foreign language, and so on. Remember, the world is your oyster. Okay, let's take a look at another one. This is too long for you to read, but this is another essay. I have highlighted all the, what do you call that? The important ideas here. What's the title? Student. Okay, so if you look at the samples of essay here, you will see that the examiners will be looking at all the transition that you use, the words that you, the vocabs that you also are trying to display, yeah? And how you organize your ideas and thoughts. All right. Okay, let me see what else I have in my slides. All right, that's all. You have any question?
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Can we go back to the page 38?
Huh? What page again? The slide, is it?
Yeah, slide 38.
38. Okay. I have 38 slides. 51 slides. All right. Don't worry. If you're out of Zoom, this is the live session. You can go to YouTube, because YouTube. I have been channeled to YouTube also on this, the same topic. Yeah, on this one. Yeah, it is linked to YouTube. 38. This one, is it? Signal words. This is the one you're talking about.
Yes, madam.
Okay. What's the question now? What's your name, sister?
My name is Hakima, madam. No, I just wanna watch this again. No,
Okay. You want to see the signal words to show similar ideas.
Yeah. All right, thank you, madam.
Okay, I will share these slides with your teachers, and you can ask from them. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any other question? I hope my presentation is clear and you benefit from some of the guidelines and tips, yeah, of writing essays, yeah. So my wish to you is to do all your best, yeah. Eat well, eat good food, sleep well, yeah, have enough sleep before the exam, and then also make dua, yeah. All the best for your final assessment. And those of you who are eligible to sit for EPT, all the best for your EPT. Inshallah, you will exit this semester and will go to kuliah. Yeah. And in future, in kuliah, there'll be more challenges for you. Yeah. Okay. You have question? You ask me now. We've still got time. Yeah.
Madam,
Yes. Who is that?
I have a question. My name is Nazhan.
Nazhan. Yeah, brother Nazhan.
For the conclusion,
Yeah.
we just have to do it simple, right? Like in conclusion, and then
You're talking about the concluding paragraph for the whole essay?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just have to write a simple conclusion, right? Like
Yes.
conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
and then thesis your statement.
You begin with restating the thesis statement.
Restating the thesis statement.
Yes, correct.
And
In
then
conclusion, yeah. And then?
We have to put suggestion, right?
Yes. Recommendation or suggestion. No new ideas. Don't add any new ideas because it's not relevant even if you have a new idea. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, madam.
Yeah, you're welcome, Brother Nazhan. Yeah, any more? Is there anything from the chat box? You have the link there for you to fill in this evaluation form. Yeah.
Madam,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm Adam. I have a question. In this semester, our teacher help us like we write some essays. They check for us, and when they check, like they check, for example, in 5 way. For example, the context, the communicate, the language, and the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So in EPT will be the same, right?
Yes.
So if like for this 4, they mark it for overall each one 5 marks. So the overall will be 20.
No, that's not the way it is marked. Not the that we do not give you 5 marks for language, 5 marks for organization. No, it's a band description, and it's a detailed description which only the examiners would know. But if your teacher tells you that this is a problem with your organization, then you have to do something with the organization of your essay. Yeah, I wouldn't want to actually give a talk on English placement test because there will be a briefing on English placement test for all the skills. So you just have to wait for the date and time when the right person or the right people to brief you on the placement test. But if you're asking me about the exact numbers like 5 or 6 or 7 for language, I think that is not really correct. It is an overall band, and you have to know that in the exam we have 2 examiners. So it's not that if one teacher gives you a band 5, the other teacher will give you a band 6, and we have to discuss and agree on a consensus of the essay. Yeah, that would be there will be criteria for language, organization, lexical resource, yeah, vocabulary, yeah, and also the style of the essay. I hope I have answered your question. What's your name, brother?
Adam.
Adam, which level are you?
I am level 5.
Level 5, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, any other question? Anything from the YouTube? Sister Raja Munira? Any question from the YouTube?
No, madam. No question.
Okay, all right. So if that is all, if there's no question, you can always ask your teachers for details of the English placement test and also on the essay part, yeah, because I think you still have a few more days before the final assessment or the English or the EPT. All right, thank you so much for coming. Yeah, I hope you gain a lot of knowledge from my sharing session. So let's close
Kak
our.
Amelia, there is one question
Ada
suddenly.
question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Muhammad Fahim Dinana, or should I post it in chat Zoom?
Muhammad Fahim in YouTube, yeah.
Jangan saya post lah.
Okay, this one is from YouTube, yeah.
Muhammad Fahim Dinana.
Okay. Do we have to Muhammad Fahim? Yeah, you hear Fahim? Or you have run away already? We have to give example for each paragraph, or only need one example for each paragraph, or depending on the sentence we give. Yeah, correct. You will have to look at what explanation that you have. You might want to elaborate one example, which would give you so many things that you want to talk about. Yeah, but if you have several other examples that you may want to elaborate, so again, like you say, it depends on the sentences that you have. Yeah, and what supporting details or evidence that can support, yeah, the explanation that you have in your body paragraph. Yeah, so Fahim, I hope I have answered to your question. Are you listening from the YouTube or from the Zoom platform? I'm not sure, but I saw this. The question is
YouTube.
YouTube.
The
Yeah.
question from YouTube.
Yeah, question from YouTube. Okay. There's a question here. Is a specific order required? Who is that? Asma? What order do you mean? Asma? Order, what order? You mean the order of importance of idea or what? If you're talking about order of the main idea, yes, of course. Yeah, it's required. Again, I have to emphasize that when you are writing a thesis statement, that is where you are showing your order of body paragraphs writing. Yeah. Oh, the introduction should have a space between them. Space between them. From one sentence to another. Asma, you are from which level, yeah? Level 4. Okay, Asma. Space means like what? What you mean that number of sentences? Usually your teachers will tell you that you can just have 3 sentences, 2 general statement, 1 thesis statement. Yeah, that should be enough. Yeah, for those of you who are very fear of writing long sentences, because the longer you write, the more errors you will make, isn't it? So if you're talking about a space between them, I'm not very sure what you mean by a space between them. Anybody can help me with that elaboration or explanation of a space here from Sister Asma? What do you mean by a space here? Anyone? I'm not very sure about this. Yeah.
No, I'm not very sure too, madam, but I just want to ask another question.
Okay, sorry, Sister Asma. If you want to come and see me at SILP, you come and see me, and I will have to ask you further what you mean by space. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, I couldn't answer. I wish to success to all students and thank the teachers. Yes, of course. Yeah, sister, what's you want to ask? You want to ask me something just now? Please go ahead.
Yes, madam, I'm Hakima, and I would like to ask that if we write more than 250 words, yeah, is it
150 for essay or for data?
essay?
Essay. Okay, okay. If you write more than the number of words stated, yeah.
Yeah, are the points being decreased or no?
No, we will read. Yeah, because we value your effort, but you make sure that it's always a normal practice in class that your teacher will say, okay, this is enough already of the 250 words. Yeah, with the 4 paragraphs, with let's say 5 sentences in an introduction, another 5 in a body paragraph, another 5 sentences in a body paragraphs 2, and then another 5. That should be enough for you to develop your idea. Yeah, just make sure that when you are writing, let's say 5 sentences in the introduction, you also have some kind of equal number of sentences in your conclusion. Yeah, so that we can see that you are actually planning your work, drafting out your ideas. Yeah, and in the body paragraph also, if you say, oh, I have more ideas in my body paragraph, can I write about 10 sentences? Okay, body paragraph 1, you have 10 sentences, but in body paragraph 2, you only have 3. So it's like not enough support. So be fair. So it has to be of equal number of sentences that we can see that you have already planned, organized your thoughts according to the ideas or examples that you want to develop. Okay, so we will not penalize you for writing too long, because maybe you really want to write, yeah, and it is really exciting to write more, yeah. But if you write too short, then we cannot evaluate. We don't see where your ideas are. Yeah, it's too short, it's choppy, maybe very skimpy. You do not explain things, so examiners cannot assess. So just follow what the practices that you do in class. If your teacher say this is all right already, you are fine. Yeah. Okay, sister. Is that clear?
Right, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Any more? Just now, some of you are very shy. Now you are getting you feel that you want to ask more. Yeah. Okay, so if there is no more a question, I would thank you for joining me today. You may want to share the ideas that you gain from me to your other colleagues who are not able to attend. But don't worry, you can always watch this on YouTube. Yeah, you can follow the link that was given together with the Zoom link. The Zoom is live. The YouTube channel is always there, unless they stop the YouTube, then you cannot see me anymore, and the slides are there. But if you require the slide, I will share with the teachers. I don't have any problem. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's close our session with the recitation of Tasbih Kifarah and Surah Al-As. All right. Thank you. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.
Thank
Thank you so much, madam.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Madam.
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome. Thank you, Munira.
Okay, Kak Amili. Welcome. Saya close Saya Amili.
Okay.
Boleh?
Angela, dah tak ada dah tu.